Hello, my spiritual diplomats from around the world. This is Pastor Mark Burns. I am so excited. We got a new date where all spiritual leaders, faith leaders from around the world are all heading to Washington, D.C., January the 22nd at the U.S. Capitol, where imams, rabbis, pastors, priests, all faith leaders from all over the world are coming together under one voice, under one sound to say, we will fight for religious freedoms around the world. We will stand together to help end conflicts. We will use a network of leaders, global leaders, faith leaders from around the world who operate in spirituality and also in politics, knowing how to communicate in their countries, how to end violence, how to end conflict, and remind the kings of the world what their assignment is. And that is to be a leader of peace and to serve the voiceless and the people that they've been elected to serve. So if you believe you are a spiritual diplomat and you fit this bill, no matter what faith you are part of, I want you to go to spiritualdiplomats.org, spiritualdiplomats.org. Register for free. And now listen, the seating is very limited. We're already getting hundreds of people that are coming to this conference in January the 22nd here in Washington, D.C. But if you're coming and you register for free, we have a very special spiritual diplomat pin that we're giving every person that comes to register to be a part of this global phenomenon. Remember, spiritual diplomats, we don't carry weapons, we carry the wisdom of God and faith for the whole world together. Let's fight together. Let's bring the nations and the world together in the conflicts around the world. Meet me January the 22nd here in Washington, D.C. at the U.S. Capitol. Well, first of all, to the people of Ukraine, my message to you is loud and clear. You are not alone. You are absolutely not alone. We are 100% in the fight with our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. The United States of America is 100% behind you. I am 100% behind you. People like Representative Joe Wilson here in the U.S. Congress, all are behind Ukraine 100%. You have allies here, and we are going to fight all the way to the very end. I believe we're very close to an end. We are going to make Russia capitulate. Ukraine is not going to quit because Ukraine belongs to Ukraine. The message is very clear. But my message to the world, my message to the president, my message to Congress is real simple. Supporting Ukraine is America first. If we're going to fight Russia, we need to do it right now, stop them dead in their tracks right now by making sure Ukraine has everything that they need to defend itself. Remember, Russia attacked Ukraine. Ukraine did not attack Russia. And so the support is growing here in America. The support is growing in Congress. The support is growing in the media because we realize the enemy is Vladimir Putin and the evil of Russia. They must pay. They will pay. And we will not stop until Ukraine is victorious and that the sovereign nation of Ukraine is established. Peace, long-lasting peace, along with real security guarantees to make sure that Russia or no other nation ever do this again. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. You're not alone. Absolutely, I will continue to fight for Ukraine after we're victory, after we celebrate in Sophia Square, after we have a magnificent parade and we show the world the defiance of Ukraine, the strength of the Ukrainian people. Slava Ukraini, to all those that are in this fight together. Yes, we have to continue supporting our brothers and sisters after victory. We have to make sure that businesses are flooding Ukraine. We have to make sure that everything that Russia has destroyed is rebuilt back up, greater than it was before. Construction of roads, new houses, new apartments, billions of dollars coming into the economy so that teachers can go back to school teaching, kids can go back to school, the 20,000 plus kidnapped kids to be reintegrated back into the Ukrainian society, to be deprogrammed from the evil that the Russians are putting into their minds, to remind them that they are strong Ukrainian citizens and to love their nation, love their country, love their Ukrainian people. So we have so much work that has to be done. After the war is over, we got to bring businesses there. And this working right now. Rebuild hospitals, rebuild roads, making sure that the schools that were destroyed are raised back up, making sure that the churches that have been destroyed are rebuilt back up. The congregations that have been scattered are reformulated. So there's much work to be done. Victory is just the beginning. I won't never leave my brothers and sisters. Remember, I am an adopted son of Ukraine, and I would never leave my brothers and sisters alone. My word to the Ukrainian people is that you would never be left behind. I would never leave you. I feel like we are connected and bonded together. Right is right, wrong is wrong. This is not about politics. This is not about government. This is about people. This is about your right to be free, your right to worship God in freedom, your right to assembly, your right to communicate your message, your right to be free. That's what we're fighting for. And every free nation around the world understands this. I will never leave my brothers and sisters alone. You and I are connected for eternity. And I believe maybe one day somebody will teach me how to speak Ukrainian. I don't know, but I love the culture of Ukraine. I love the religious freedoms that exist in Ukraine. I love the camaraderie and the brothership and the sistership that my brothers and sisters show me in Ukraine. You will never be left alone. I will always advocate for you. Remember, that was one of the first things I said. Everyone needs an advocate. And trust me, my brothers and sisters, Pastor Mark Burns is an advocate and will always remain an advocate for the beautiful people of Ukraine. Well, you know, I've had the privilege of working with the volunteers of ALLATRA from Rome to Korea. We just got back from Korea and obviously in Ukraine. And then here in the United States of America. I've been working very closely with them since March of this year. And I discovered these are true patriots of the beautiful nation of Ukraine. They are lovers, supporters of Ukraine. They truly have a heart for humanity. That's the heartbeat of my life, my love, is to love for the innocent, the love for those that don't have voices. And ALLATRA has a voice that is telling the world about freedom. They're sounding the alarm, not just in Ukraine, but all over the world, fighting in Tanzania, fighting in the Czech Republic for a little girl that was raped by a man who, and other people who were sexually assaulted by an individual who took advantage of African kids. And they're out there defending. These are volunteers that are just out there, not for fame or for fortune, but just to spread the message of love and peace, even bringing awareness to nanoplastics and the evil that is coming with that, and the health issues that's coming with that. They're nothing but humanitarians, and it saddens my heart to know that they're being persecuted not just in Russia, because they've been persecuted in Russia, but they also been persecuted in Ukraine. And it breaks my heart. The same media that goes after President Trump it's the same media that goes after ALLATRA. The same media that says negative things about me. It's the same people that say negative things about ALLATRA. And it's a smear campaign. I mean, President Trump told me not too long ago, he said, Pastor, you're in the media just as much as I am, because the media doesn't say kind things about people like us who speak truth. They want to control their narrative. And that's what's happening to the beautiful volunteers of ALLATRA. It breaks my heart that they're fighting for Ukraine. And I made it very clear to the leadership of Ukraine. I made it very clear. These are my brothers and sisters. They are fighting along with me. They're helping me help you. They're helping me get the message out to the world. They're absolutely pro-Ukraine. I can tell you that Russia has done a good job with their FSB. infiltrating in different components in Ukraine. And they're speaking like they're speaking for Ukraine, but they're really Russian agents. Matter of fact, the very person that was persecuting the ALLATRA volunteers in Ukraine, herself has now been charged with treason of her own nation. And I was able to sign a letter along with Marina, your president, to the Ukrainian government just a couple of days ago that just arrived. And I'm keeping my eyes on the situation very clearly. And I'm communicating with those at the highest level of Ukrainian government to let them know that these people are for us. They're working with us. And those who have infiltrated your country, they need to be removed. Your work, I'm very proud of the anti-corruption that has just was founded. And that shows democracy at work. And that it is working in Ukraine, and that there are people who don't stand behind corruption, they don't stand behind treason, they don't stand behind abuse of power. It is a true democracy at work. And just like here in the United States of America with our FBI, who does everything in their power to weed out corruption or corrupted leaders who would take bribes, who would destroy the trust of the general population, that's what's happening in Ukraine. And I'm so happy to see it's played out. But you also got to know that Russia has infiltrated into the Ukrainian government. And you know this already. And they're going after people who are attacking Russia. ALLATRA is good at attacking Russia. ALLATRA is good at getting the true message about Russia out to the world. So we, my brothers and sisters in Ukraine, do not need to be attacking the voices that are helping us defend the sovereignty of the nation of Ukraine. No, let them free. Work with them. Let's get this work done. Let's spread the word around the world. ALLATRA, you guys are amazing. I say this every time I get in front of the camera. You guys hype me up. And no matter what continent we are in, no matter what nation we are in, you guys are operating at the highest level. And I find it an honor to be locking arms with you side by side to bring peace, to bring prosperity in Korea, in Rome, at the Vatican, in America, in Tanzania, in Czech Republic, everywhere we are. It's about spreading the message of peace, loving, and doing exactly what I told a long time ago, as being an advocate for those who are the voiceless. And that's what ALLATRA is, and I'm proud to work with them to make it happen.